So I throw my cards on your table. I wanna love and treat you right. I wanna love you every day and night. We'll be together with the roof right over our heads. We'll share a shelter of my single bed, and we'll share the same room. Oh, Jah provides the bread. Is this love, 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 love that I'm feeling? Is this love, is this love, is this love, love that I'm feeling? Oh, I wanna know now. I got to know now.
She's Mercedes event that we're having here in Jamaica, and we really want to say thank you. I know all of you ladies, many of you personally, and you get invited to so many events. So I'm just sure that when you got this one, you were thinking, oh my God, one more thing to do. Tell me the truth, who is saying that? But you know what? You did it, you came out, and you look gorgeous. We have some exciting panelists for you tonight, and I hope you'll enjoy, the theme of talking about women and empowerment. And so with no further ado, I just want to say, let's do it, woman power.
And I do not know if you know this, but this event was planned, orchestrated, decorated, lit. Everything that you see and touch was done by a woman. I don't know if you know this, because I think it's very important for us to share in this space, this She's Mercedes space, that we get to do the things that we do, even if we don't get to do it perfectly, because there's always a woman backing us up, like they have our back. Yeah. So we speak about the cattiness a lot, but I'm here standing up just to thank She's Mercedes for having me.
And little did I know that when I got to school, being the only black child, which I did not see at the time, my neighbor had been teased all day that he was with the gollywog. So by the end of the day, he had had enough of being with the gollywog and proceeded to run home and leave me at school in a country that I did not know. But my issue was to show the world that despite adversity, you can make it because of what happens inside of you. And I remember feeling guilty, overwhelming guilt that I was not working. And after a while, I had to say to myself, you have to find who you are, what's important to you, and be that. Right now, your son was important. Be that mother.
And similarly, I believe that experiences that we have in life are intended to train, rebuke, correct, and teach us. How you choose not to be the victim, but to be the overcomer. How do you choose to take that lemon and make lemonade of it? How do you choose to get up every day and fight back? So if we can anticipate that outcome, although it is unforeseen, it's always unforeseen, but when it happens real, for real. Yeah. What do you do now when you're in a place of power to change that dynamic coming forward that can, in fact, hit you down the road,
Did you always know that you would be doing what you do now?
My mom chose my name. I don't know how, but she knew that I would be somebody special. And she always told me that from the moment I was born. She said to me, you're going to be somebody special, and I don't know that you're going to do that. You're going to follow your dreams. I didn't know I would be doing what I'm doing right now, but I know that I was always rebellious. I never followed the rules. I always broke the rules. I'm not good at that. And I never listened to what people, the limits that people set to themselves that don't define me. And that's one thing that was important. So coming from Paris, people always imagine this beautiful place where it's gorgeous. But I grew up in a very poor side of Paris, where I only had one pair of shoes every year. Now I have 250 pairs of shoes, which is a bit of an addiction.
Audrey Stewart Hinchcliffe, welcome.
Thank you.
In a nutshell, if you even can, did you ever see yourself where you were with all the touch points that you have had a hand in? Is this what you envisioned, or was your trajectory supposed to be something completely different?
So I didn't have all these hopes and dreams. Even now, I don't even have a business plan. I have no plans. I just know that I wanted to be successful. I knew I wanted to be rich.
That helps. Yeah. That totally helps.
I am the last of 13 children.
Excuse me, ma'am?
The last of 13 children. 13, and there was everything to be learned from parents, brothers, and sisters. And I formed a relationship with myself from very, very young. And I knew I wanted to be passionate, excellent, because I was not putting up with any more foolishness outside of the family.
How am I going to have these babies that I want and work 8 to 5? How am I going to make this happen? Has anybody felt like that? Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of sacrifices, whether it was I couldn't make it to all of sports day, or I felt the office was waiting on me. And the reality is, as the years went by, the office became my children and my family too. So I was trying to balance both of them. And I just hope at the end of the day, they both still love me.
Tara, the platinum bombshell on the stage, well, we have two actually.
We have two.
Is known for coming up with amazing concepts, visualizing, offering some really amazing ideas and figuring out how to execute it. Public relations, management. I think you pretty much do it all as well. Were you always an entrepreneur? Is this where you always wanted to be? Or did one day something happen and you just said, you know what? I can do this all by myself.
Yeah, the latter. The latter. I think for me, I knew that my father told me I was going to be a lawyer. Otherwise, he was not going to be paying for my school. So I was like, guess I'm going to be a lawyer. But it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I went through my first 4 years doing political science because that's what you did in order to go into law school. Go Howard, go Bisons. So I did that, and then I was like, I hate this. This really is not me. I love to write. So I was like, you love to write? I did some research, and I was like, mass communications. That's what I want to do. So I worked and went to school and paid for my master's myself. Survived 6 months. I can find some work in 6 months without having to go into my credit union stashed away emergency funds. And eventually it did. It worked out. I put it out there, and I would tell any other woman in here, I'm a strong believer in putting what you want out into the universe.
I do too. Yeah.
And claiming it.
Yeah.
It's a reality.
And I have proven that you are never alone, regardless of where you are or what you think is happening to you. You are not alone.
A lot of us think that, okay, if we go to college and we get our master's and we get our PhD and we marry the right person, that life is going to be a big ball of honey bunches of oats. But it's not. So we have to deal. You know what I mean? As women, we have to deal. You know what I mean? If I had listened to everybody that said, oh, you're too cute to the dancehall, or oh, the biggest one, you're a handicap, I would not have made Billboard as a dancehall artist. There's nothing called impossible. There's always a key to pull the lock. There's always somewhere to pull the knot.
I can speak from personal experience that when you get over the pride thing, so when you go into the account and it's at 0, but that's a good place to be because it can be at negative, nuff.
I'm the first of 5 children. I feel some sort of inherent responsibility, sometimes pressure that people don't know to be that example to them. How do you deal with fear?
You are destined for greatness. So embrace your fear.
You have to get comfortable with fear. You have to face it down.
Just like a star across my